you guys can hear me, guys and girls. We'll get our final broadcast of the week out of the way. Sounds good. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You were slipping today. I had actually put the broadcast up in Discord, Nero. So, -5 pip chips. No, just kidding. No, but I do appreciate you when you put it up. But I had to give you a hard time about that one. It's funny. Like, I'm catching up on Discord. So I changed phones, as I mentioned. So I don't have the notifications are not coming to the new phone yet. They're still bouncing off the old one. So it's funny. Like I sit back at the computer, like, oh god, what did I miss? I'm like, were the inmates good today? And I see that for the most part, it was good. Lots of weather today. Lots of weather. I see some posts. I see some people from Texas complaining about cold. What else we got over here? Of course, we have Musk selling Tesla shares. Of course, jack the price up and sell it. I see some crypto people. I see Justin Sun is down $8 million in his GameStop bet, which is good. Means he really knows what he's doing. What else we got here? A couple other things. Yeah, Debbie, come on. The inmates are running the asylum. I see Debbie posting koalas, many koala pictures. I see a lion. Ernest is posting lions. I've got some more snow headed. Yeah, it might take a few days. Yeah, we had some snow, but it's not, Yeah. All right, so let's just dive in. The girl's been behaving okay so far. She's been, yeah, exactly right. Hold on one sec, guys. One sec. All right, sorry. No, I don't need to do that. No. All right. And I was having a huge debate actually yesterday. It was kind of funny. Dancing at her desk. Yeah, she's dancing. Yeah, she was supposed to be eating her yogurt, which she didn't, and then she painted with a little bit. But that's why I have her on her other desk. She has all her toys, and she's dancing in her chair. So I'm gonna leave her over there while she's doing good. It's funny. You see Serena Williams. Like I don't know if you guys have seen it. All the memes about Tom Brady. Like, is he the greatest athlete of all time? And like people are like, because he won 7. It's like they're like Serena won 23. And my response back was, I'm like, yeah, Serena won 23 without an offensive line, without Belichick, and I don't believe she's ever been busted for cheating. So yeah, put an asterisk next to Tom Brady's because he did get busted for cheating and did serve a penalty for it. They just didn't strip him of one. So yeah. So any of you Tom Brady fans, you can log off. I don't care. He's not the greatest athlete of all times. No, not even close. I would say just comparing him to Serena wins. She takes it to him. And I would love to see a celebrity boxing match. I do believe that Serena would win that competition as well, too. Without an offensive line to protect him, I do believe Serena wins that one. Hands down, celebrity boxing match. I'm going to say it right now. You guys heard it from me first. When the betting line comes out, when they both need money. No, not that they're going to need money, but some of the debates that are just people with too much free time. Yeah, absolutely, Ernest. Yeah, they need to have some kids. They'll have no free time. Because that's the situation. I'm happy that I never... Yeah, no, I just, Serena won while she was pregnant too, right? But in all fairness, Ernest, just because a woman's pregnant doesn't mean that she is not able, not capable. My wife would kill me if she ever heard me saying that. At least to the 3rd trimester. And then the 3rd trimester, it's like, can you pick up my shoe? Can you put my sock on? Then it's different. I'm waiting for Debbie to jump in. Debbie's throwing chairs at this point. Maybe Debbie may have went for wine. Debbie may have went for wine. oh, it's going to be that kind of day. Okay, I'm taking out the liquid courage right now. Debbie's typing. She's like, she's typing a response right now. It's not. Hey, it's not too early. It's already lunchtime and siesta time in in Europe. They're already drinking wine. Biden says we need to catch up. Right? China's eating our lunch. It's 9 p.m. It's drinking time in China right now. So we're just doing what Biden told us, right? At least wait until noon Eastern. No, I mean, come on. Overseas, they'll be in their siestas already. I mean, Biden said we're going to get our lunch eaten if we don't catch up. I mean, who are we to argue with him, right? I mean, I'm not going to start with the not my president because, those people are ridiculous. Oh, wait, that was half the country. Oh, yeah. And I don't know if you guys heard that or not. Before I jump into everything, this is absolutely hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. Yeah, we need to catch up. They have a major rail initiative. He was the vice president under Obama when they canceled a $6 billion coast-to-coast high-speed rail system. I know because my brother-in-law's company sent him to South Dakota. My sister left her home, got moved out there because of his company, and then they got out there and they're like, yeah, well, we don't know, and it's not probably the best investment, and they canceled a $6 billion, wasted a whole bunch of money, canceled this rail investment, and now he's over here talking about how we need to invest in rails. Really, they were doing it 8 years ago, and you canceled it, dude. Like, seriously. Like, wow. What's next? If Harris becomes president, are they going to talk about we need to invest in oil pipelines because China is doing it better than we are? Like, come on. Idiots. Sorry, there's my soapbox today. Wasn't that Knicks by Florida? What, the train? No, the train was north side. It wasn't south side. It was north side. They were going through it was basically like how do we get high speed trains from basically like the Pacific Northwest to kind of upper New York area. It was an upper side train initiative, but no, Obama didn't think it was worth it. And I mean, there was issues with the Native American population. There was obviously permit issues, which there are always going to be permit issues. But again, if you want to provide infrastructure for the reservations and things like that. Help them in their don't give them alcohol and poison blankets. Disease blankets. Actually help them build infrastructure. They were crushed with COVID because they don't have the healthcare infrastructure. So I mean, it's make things fair. But no, they canceled that. They canceled that huge thing. So it's like this. It just shows you how much of an idiot he is. And sorry if that offends you. I don't care. He's an idiot. The fact that you want to make this China is going to tear us apart. And they started doing it during Obama's reign, and now he's like, oh, we need to invest. You were invested. You did, and you canceled it. So. Anyway, G7 should be interesting today. As you can see, 24-hour pip changes. Dollar's the only thing, again, it's just dollar strength, and this is how the dollar's been going back and forth. But none of them are really crazy. I mean, dollar CAD's the best one. It was in those low reaches. I mean, it pushed all the way low. I don't think this is a permanent thing. But again, it was due for a pullback, absolutely, without a doubt. I do like the idea that we are going to the weekend with strong dollar, though. We've kind of entered weekends, and Mondays have been strong dollar, then it's retraced during the week. I'm kind of curious to see if with us ending strong, will we start off super weak? Because again, remember, the U.S. markets are closed on Monday. So could be pretty interesting, right, as far as what we can do. And again, there's all kinds of drama. I mean, I don't know if you got, I showed this earlier too. I mean, we got, Biden basically trying to nicely ask China to follow the rules. Right? They had their calls, and he's going to nicely ask China to do better. Right? Yeah, that's not going to work. We have to be tough against China. Well, we were, but yeah, you guys know my opinion on that one. But this is interesting. Russia warning that they could cut ties with the EU, and mentioning that if you want peace, prepare for war. Very interesting. And again, they're going after energy. You don't mess with oil and natural gas. We don't want to isolate ourselves, right? But they don't need to isolate themselves because they'll just sell to China, right? They'll just use China. China, India, there are plenty of people in just those two countries. Do they need the EU, really? I mean, it's nice, yeah. I mean, it'll hurt them a little bit. But if there's going to be a big, and again, look how this is working out. I mean, if there's, we know that, China is the evil empire. If Russia rejoins the evil empire, we're back to where we were, right? We're back to the start of it again. Back to the start. Although at this point, with the amount of people that China and everything has, it's insane. I don't know. It's everybody is becoming emboldened now, right? So, and yeah, it's going to be crazy. Yeah. And I do think this was interesting too. Like this is, where is it? This one. I think that this is great. That, hey, you want to ban one of ours? We're going to ban one of yours. Right? We're going tit for tat. Right? You know? Oh, Jesus. What is this? What is this? U.S. sells illicit Iranian fuel. Another seized cargo on the way. God. We're intercepting Iranian crude oil sales. Okay. Oh, he sanctioned them and then stole it? Okay. Use a civil forfeiture procedure. I'm going to look at that one because that's always interesting. They used a civil forfeiture procedure. Interesting. I have to check that out a little bit more, but that could be adding to a little bit of the oil bump today too. So, pretty interesting. But like I said, G7 today is going to be the big one. Look for some headlines. Tomorrow we got nothing. Sunday we got nothing. Monday we have monetary policy meeting notes at the end of the day, and that's really going to be. This is always a hard week. I hate Monday holidays because it does make Sunday night gaps a little bit more challenging because you're missing a huge part of the market, right? It is, instead of the U.S. coming online, it's literally just these countries, so it's always not as much fun. So a little bit harder, right? But, that's what we got. And then again, Tuesday morning, really Monday, look at this. Monday, nothing. Tuesday, nothing. Wednesday is really the first day with any news. And again, it's a biggie, the core retail sales. There's a lot here. And I'm looking forward to this. I am looking forward to that one. This right here, it's going to be my news, my trade of the week on that one. But, like I said, I mentioned it yesterday. Today's probably going to, unless we get any crazy headlines, it's probably going to die out. Maybe we'll get some end of the day burst. But being a holiday weekend, people will probably start to leave a little bit early, right? Get out of here and go on their way. All right, let's go across. Let me bring some of these charts up here. Let me switch this across. There we go. Jinjin, what are you doing? What are you? No, this is not to play. Here, you want this? Here. There. She got yogurt all over her face. She just took a bath. It's going to be all in her hair. Oh, that's what I get to do later on today. Hopefully I end up going. Wait, what? There are some people that say they're done. Oh, yeah. Ernest. There's some people that say they're done for the day. No, we all know that's a lie. All right, so Aussie dollar. So Aussie is really it's slowed down. It's pulling back again. I mentioned different levels in here, and again, it didn't save them, but that 1774 was kind of the upper range where we're looking for hits. We ended up bouncing off this level here, which again, bounce, break, pull back, short, but it wasn't really enough room for really any type of trading opportunity. Really looking on an hourly, I'd say that there's a little bit of a hiccup here. So if I had to kind of pick a zone that I'd be watching, probably like that area right there. This is a probable bounce target for Sunday night. If we can come down to 70, basically 77 flat, but 77.02 is where, and again, I could probably adjust this a little bit. Let me put it right there, and I wonder if that brings us right on. Close. 77.016. I'm 1.6 pips off. But, those are areas that I'd be looking for. This one's probably a little bit far. Yeah, 65 pips. We're not going to hit it today. There'd have to be something major going on. But again, overall, short Aussie with a lockdown next week. It should be interesting. And again, we'll see if, how today ends. We see dollar strength, but over the last 4 hours, we see this one just literally chopping sideways. So nothing exciting, really, since the UK Open, since that popped this morning. And like I said, here was the pullback into that level of basing. And that kicked in right around midnight, that one hit. So even a little bit before the UK Open. And we're talking about 25 pips to the downside. So, and it went right to where it should. It's going to have a hiccup there. So, Aussie's kind of boxed in, right? Aussie's kind of boxed in, but keep those on your radar. 77.74, 77.01. And like I said, I don't think we'll get down to 76.57. That's more of a next week type scenario, right? Now, Aussie yen. So Aussie yen ended up punching just a little bit through and basing, and you can see that it's having issues here. So this was a trade that we were talking about, and again, the basing before is typically one of those telltale signs that's not going to hold for a short. But we've left this area on, and again, we're looking for this Harry Potter break. Today is a little bit late. We've never gotten the entry on this one. Again, here's your short. Profit targets on this one were here, right here at 80.81. I'm sorry, 80.81. we have not gotten that break. So I would say, it's still possible that we pull. Oops, let me get the yellow off. You guys can probably see that one. Yeah. So, I mean, I'll leave it here. It's still in the works, but I'd be a bit more cautious with it than I would have been yesterday. Right there. Right? We haven't gotten the break, and again, I expect it to, this area here is where I expect it to have some issues, right? Right in here. So again, it's still a valid short. We haven't gotten the break yet. We need the break, the base, and the pullback. Friday with a holiday weekend, may not be there, but again, if you're okay taking this one, I don't think it's a horrible target to the downside. It's not huge though. You're only talking about a 30 pip runner. So again, be cautious at the end of the day. This may be a Sunday night if we're still stuck in this. If we float back and forth in this area, this could be a Sunday trade entry on this one. Okay. Going into Euro. Now this one is literally just chopping sideways. This one is pretty boring. And as you can see, on the 30-minute, yes, we did tag a target there. Right. On the hourly, we were talking about if we were able to break up into this zone, we'd be looking for shorts. This one triggered. This one was a little bit late. Here's your 3 o'clock opening. And again, this level, this green level, we've talked about this level for a while now, that we had the original basing here. We had arguably 1 or 2 hits. We had another hit, then it came through. And again, it's using the same level, and it's really just holding this level. And again, this shouldn't be green. This should be white. Right? Like I said, top, break, kind of a top, bottom, top. So not a level we really want to trade off of. With the coming to the weekend, we'll just delete it to take it off. So, yeah, I would say I hate to use this level up here, right? Reason why, there's your 1 to 3. Okay, you could have gotten into that target this morning, and we literally just bounced off of it. And it was a little bit far from me. I would have said, in here is probably the better profit target, because, again, this is where there was a bit of a gap. And it literally went right to where the gap was, and buyer stepped in and would not have triggered your sell order here. I do like the levels a little bit above, right? We already know that we have major sellers up here at 127.41. It's very, very close to that level, right? We're very, very close to that level up top, okay? Kind of would like to see some European strength. I don't know if we're going to get it though. I don't know. Obviously comments of, Russia and EU is not positive. It is some talk, but it's not the most positive thing. I don't know. I would like to say, I'd like to say wait, but I think this one is, it's setting up for an interesting play over the weekend. Okay. I like this level. I like that this was tested. I love the reaction off of it. So I think 126.75 for Sunday night or UK Open. If we can get one of these for the Sunday night UK Open, I think that it could be a gap play. Again, if we start to roll down, it could be a move that wherever we open, if it decides that it's going to go down to this level for the UK Open on Monday, again, remember the yen will not be in play. It'll be purely a European-based move. I think that could be a pretty decent bounce. Okay, I like this here, right? And again, that's here, I'll do it this way. Kind of a level of risk there. Right there, as well as if we roll this up. There's the aggressive, but we'll do it instead of using the aggressive. We'll go higher. And then there is your other one there. Okay. So those are my 2 levels that we're looking for. Ooh, I did get it straight. Imagine that. There we go. Something along those lines. Either of those 2 areas. Again, Sunday night or UK Open. I'd be interested in taking longer shorts off either of those 2. And again, if we base in this level, again, you have one right below her at 126.50, which is a more psychological level. All right. Looking at the pound yen. So pound yen, man, this thing skyrocketed through. And again, makes sense. You know, one here, you could arguably say this was two, right? Because it did leave the area, come back. Here's three. It came up, it touched it, it pulled back, and then based. So yeah, it's like, yep, this one was, it was ready to break. Unfortunately, it hit and pulled back. Most of the entry here is probably what most people would have got, and you got up about 25 pips on this one. Once it came up, it did touch and then go another like 6 pips in. So there's absolutely no reason to lose any money on this trade. And again, the UK data this morning is the reason why this one took off. I mean, here is your kind of UK news right in here, 2 o'clock this morning. And what did it do? It pulled back. I mean, I'll show you here. So again, if we take this basing level, there's the level of basing. There's your 2 o'clock candle right here. This candle right here. Whoa, Jinjin. There's your news move, straight up. So, although we had that trade up there, it did hit 3 times. This was the entry this morning off of news. This would have been your profit target at 1 to 5. So, again, it was one of those ones. Would we have reversed it? No, you would have taken this long off the UK news, the GDP number that I mentioned, to go higher. So, big question now is, what do we do with it now? Let's delete this and get this ready for next week. I can delete this one. Again, that became a profit target, unfortunately. Man, there's nothing up there. Oh, there we go. We're sitting there. There we go. Wow, it's been a long time. All right, let's drop down to 4 hour. Let's put daily. There we go. I'm going to change the color of this one. Don't worry. We'll change this to white. How much space we got to run? About 250 pips. So looks like the pound could be a nice little runner here. Let me see. Can I see the zone? Yes, I can. All right. So here's the 4 hour. Now, this is interesting. So we got a little bit of a level here. And this is kind of the last time we had kind of a decent pop to the downside. And it was okay. I don't think we're going to be able to see this one. This is back in December. Can we go that far back? Oh, we did. There we go. We can refine this a little bit to there, just to shrink that a bit. It's about a 40 pip zone, which is a lot, but it is the pound yen. So yeah, so there's a little zone sitting there. That puts us about 120 away. So that puts us 1 day away on this one. So let's see. Let's move this up. We don't need this to the downside. We're going to position this here. We're going to take this and bring this up to there. Let's bring this over here. There we go. All right, cool. We're set for this one. So that's what we are looking for. Oh, I just want to delete it. Delete. All right. I don't need, you know what? Let me go back and take some of these. I don't need the entries anymore on these. Take this one off. This we don't need. We already have another one printed. I'll take these off. Just because price is so far away now, just so we can look at the bigger time frames. I don't need that. There we go. Much cleaner. So we know we got a couple Harry Potters sitting here. There we go. I guess I gotta take that off as well. There we go. So 146.40 is what we'd be looking for the top. And like I said, if this ever starts to roll and flip, we got a bunch of these levels in here. And I can leave these up. These are not, it's not a big deal to leave these up here. All right. But 146.39 is really kind of where we're shooting for. So go pound. And again, I do think this will go higher. Pound dollar. So pound dollar's had a little bit more issues. We mentioned that, there was a decent level up here. This was an hourly level. Here's the UK. Basically, here's the UK move this morning. it was strong pound, but we also had strong dollar stepping in at the same amount. So again, the pound ended up winning out, but it did go down a little bit. So, and we mentioned, 137.38. This was going to be a hard kind of chunking this level here, because again, low, higher, 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 and all these wicks, it was going to have issues, and you can see that's exactly where it turned off of. Let's say I missed it by 3.5 pips, right? The exact bottom. I'd wait for this one to come back up, right? Wait for this one to come back up. And this is a 4-hour level. You can see that that's a 4-hour level that we're cooking into up top. So where it's set up now, again, a little bit more pound strength today, which I believe we can get. It only needs about 34 pips to come a bit higher. Again, this would be on dollar weakness. If we can get this, or not necessarily dollar weakness, but stronger pound than dollar, if we can get up there, that's a decent trade for Sunday night as well. All right, let me change this to the gray. Right there. And I'd be looking, and like I said, we got to see what it does Sunday night, where it's at, but that's a 4-hour level prepared for Sunday night. So depending on what prints, we may be able to get like a week-long swing trade based out of this one. Although I do think for something like that, although I love the 4 hours, we definitely have some levels coming up on the hour, on the daily, right above where we currently are. Right. You can see that they're sitting right up in there, all these purple lines. Right. They're all kicking in. You know what? I'll delete the purples now, because the purples were knockout brackets. Whoops. And we did not get the push high into this bracket. So these are going to be expired for next week. So they won't make any difference in the world. But there we go. I can leave that there. That's fine. I'm good with. Yeah, we'll just take it out. Delete. We don't need these anymore because those don't move. All right, there we go. All right, so euro pound. So euro pound did exactly what it should have. It went from one area all the way down to the bottom area. And again, this did actually hit, just barely, but it did hit. So there is the UK. There's the pound GDP number. I think total, what did we get here? 50 pips to the downside from basically the pound number down. And again, we'd call this one. Again, right here, 30-minute level at news release. Had you done an 11 a.m. expiration, we've moved, 2.5, 3 to the downside. So a pretty decent level, right? Pretty decent level. Trade's over right now. I mean, obviously you should not be getting, entering that position now. It's an interesting setup now too, because now we have at least 3 hits off that level. And again, we had strong movement down. We've had some buyers step in, and this was a pretty decent level. I mean, on a 4-hour basis, you can see we have a major 4-hour level stepping in at 87.19. So, it's an hourly level. There is a 4-hour level kind of smashed in there, and that's what we're bouncing off of now. UK market closes in the next, basically in 2 hours. So the question is, has it held for the weekend, and will we reset now for the weekend? And if so, it could be it could be a long target, right? It could be a long entry coming off this level. It is a 4-hour level. I do like that. It did spend a lot of time here, and it didn't have really the most explosive move off of it. So, after a Friday like this much, that quickly, I would say, I definitely could be tempted to bring this around in the other direction. And that would look something like this. Let's see, change this across to green. And again, this is not now, guys. This is for kind of the weekend, if we can hold this level. Like I said, with less than 2 hours to go in the UK market, I mean, the European company and businesses are already shutting down for the weekend. So this is more of a Sunday. If we can hold, look for a Sunday night entry into this one long. Okay. Here, I'll put the timestamp on that one as well. It's approximately, not necessarily a timestamp, but 87.45. All right. Looking at euro dollar. So, euro dollar came down, tagged the zone that we talked about, right? I mean, it's a decent level. Wasn't horrible movement. Clean this up for Sunday night now. That level up top will still be good. Oops. Let's just take that one off. Delete there. And there's our curve. Wasn't Slate Gray? No, it was this one. What we got? 17. Let me We continue to mark this one. 10, 3 is here. To 9 is right there. I guess I don't need that right now. Let's mark this, turn this one blue. There we go. That should be blue also. There we go. So decent bounce spot. I would say watch out for this level. I mean, if we are able to rally up, this 121.12 is a level that, I mean, we've hit it twice, but it had very, very strong movement off of it at about 8 o'clock this morning. So definitely an area where sellers could step in. Again, that would be definitely approaching the middle of the curve range here. So on a Friday, again, not necessarily the best of targets to take when we push back into that middle kind of no man's land. But I do think that the 2166 is an area we need to watch out for the weekend. And again, could you use this level? Sure, you could. I mean, if we are unable to break it today, you could use this lower level here at 120.80 as a potential for for Sunday night. Got a couple hours to go. We'll see where we bounce back and forth, but it's possible that we can end up using this level again. We'll see where if we don't break it today, then yes, absolutely you could use it Sunday night or UK Open. Either of those two would work great. Oh, Larry Hogan is not going to do any tax hikes in the middle of the pandemic. Okay. Good job, Larry. Thank you. Much appreciated. Larry Hogan is he will without a doubt. If you guys are not familiar with Larry Hogan, make sure you guys kind of study up on him because he will without a doubt be on the ballot, at least in the primaries. Absolutely without a doubt in the primaries. And I don't know, maybe Democrats will actually vote him. I don't know, maybe he'll get the I know he'll definitely get the push from here, but maybe Democrats, I don't know, maybe they would vote him in. Maryland could potentially switch on Larry because that was their governor. So I don't know. I feel like if you lose your own state, it tells you something. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like maybe he's a moderate. So yeah, use that for a bounce. Dollar CAD. So look at this dollar CAD. So we never got the entry, right? We were at again on the lower time frames. We were really pushing for an entry here. Once we started getting a base, it's like, yep, it's not going to be a short anymore, right? We punched down, we punched back up in the same candle. So we did not get the drop, base, and pullback. We did, however, and again, I'm on the 30-minute. We did, however, get this pullback to the top side. So remember, the rules for breaking these zones is very specific. We need to make sure that we have pullbacks, right? This one dropped down and up. It did not qualify. This piece here did, though. It pulled up, it based in one candle, and then it came back and touched the level and then took off. So again, area of interest, what are you going to do? You got to stay in that same level, right? Right there. And you can see we touched it right here and boom, 1 to 3. It was a great trade setup. It's over now. Right, it's over now. And if anything, I would say I expect this one to roll back to the downside at this point. You could roll it, but again, this is why you got to watch. You watch your charts throughout the day. I'd say that this is probably more the setup. Now, careful, Jim. I don't need this level anymore because again, now we have gone through and based through it through the two sides, so I can adjust it to the more kind of the near term levels, right? And again, I'm going to reset it over the weekend anyway. So we can delete this. There's an hourly level right here. We'll talk about that one. I'd say bearish today for dollar CAD. Like I said, if you wanted to get in this entry, it wasn't bad. I mean, you're kind of 21 pips profit already. You're like 1.5 to 1 at this point to the downside, and it was a decent level. It's been there twice at this point. There's not a whole lot. I mean, this area is going to give you a little bit of a problem, but it's going to be late in the day by the time we get there. I mean, well, not probably by noon. We'll be down at this level by noon, and then I just see it kind of petering sideways. Again, talking about rails, investing in rails is typically also good for CAD. That's decent. Any infrastructure is infrastructure. Rails, pipelines, all that kind of stuff. Infrastructure, roads, bridges. I feel like we've been talking about that forever, but yeah. So to the downside, like I said, the trade would have been long from yesterday. Hopefully you guys are able to get that long and recognizing that when we have a level that we base in, this quick spike is the trap. This is the confirmation that we're looking for. So this, bad. This is what we want, right? Down. Whoops. Up. Bad. down, any type of over, even if it's, oops, not that one. Delete. Any type of over or basing at all, and then push is good. Right? Bad, good. Bad, good. Okay. All right. Let's go dollar Swiss. So dollar Swiss. Yeah. Not the way I wanted this one to go. It was close. It was very, very close. I wanted the conservative entry. I didn't get it. It went to profit target. It turned where it should have. This is going to be a next week type trade now. It's done. I'm washing my hands of this one. It was like, oh, just go just a little bit more, and it didn't. This one missed by 2 pips. 2.9 is what this one missed by. 2.9. Yeah, not buying your chocolate for Valentine's Day. Sorry, Swiss. You've lost all chocolate purchases because of your 2 pips. Take that, chocolate producers of Switzerland. So yeah, nothing else we can do on this one. It did turn where it should have right here. It was a tested level. It's right there right now. So again, it hit the profit target it should have. Can't be mad at that. So we'll see where it resets for next week. There is a level sitting. I mean, I'd say the decent level is probably going to be. Oh, you know what? This is the one that I had that big gigantic. Let me just take this off. It was like the baby was kicking, and I was like trying to draw a circle. I would keep this on the radar. I do think this level right here. It is important. We got a bit to run. I mean, it's got about 45 pips. That would be a big bit of movement. This one maybe, I don't know. It's too far for a Sunday gap on this one, unfortunately. Maybe a UK Open. If they if this just hammers down, right? If Sunday night we just hammer, right? Hammer the Swiss and everything European, and we push up, maybe an opportunity on Monday morning for UK Open. Maybe. If we come up, but that's the best thing I have on this one right now. And then I'll pull those fibs off, and we'll see, and it would look something like this, right? So I mean, right now it's far enough away. We're not quite there, and we don't know what the 2 profit levels look like. I mean, right now, if this is the one hiccup, the 1 to 5 is a little bit far. 1 to 10 is pretty far. All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, left without us. So nothing we can do. Now, dollar yen. So dollar yen also, and this is one of those ones. We had a hit here, right? It had a hit here, and it pulled down. Then we hit it again, and then it pulled down. And I can do it on 30-minute, and you can see it even more, right? Hit here, hit here, hit here, and went down again, and then hit number 4 is what gapped through. So maybe you guys entered this one and maybe took a loss on it. It's possible, but again, it was a 4th hit. I mean, after we hit here. I mean, really, I guess you could say on a 30-minute, here was 1, here was 2. Here was 3, here was 4, and it pulled back. And it's kind of like, once it's pulled down, get that stop loss to break even. You're not messing with this one at all. And then boom, it got stopped out. And then kind of went in the other direction. So it was not a Harry Potter candidate because we were so close. We're only about 25 pips to this upper zone here. And this zone was a little bit bigger than that. It was about 10. So we needed about another 7 pips in there. So this is one of those ones you had to kind of watch. And I mean, talk about fresh. And it was in US hours. So, I mean, it's one of the ones, I mean, it hit its 4th time at 8 a.m. And at that point, if it costs you 10 pips, it costs you 10 pips. Like I said, decent level. The sellers ran out. 1, 2, 3. And then I guess if you use this one, you could have. But 1, 2, 3. And then that was hit number 4. This would be hit number 5. Only so many warnings you can give, right? Only so many warnings you can give on this one. So we'll take it all off now. Yeah, we're good there. And again, there was the pullback, but it just doesn't have enough room to run. So let's see. Let's pull this up an hourly. Yeah, I'm gonna extend this one. This is gonna be more of a 4-hour thing, but yeah, it's fine. We're gonna use that one. No, go back. Right there. Okay. And you can see it here. I mean, this is pretty clear area right here. Right? Level basing, nice push out instead of bounce off of. So yeah, I mean, I'd say bearish today. Again, we're in the upper third, so we should be looking for bearish positions to go down south. The actual hourly zone was probably a little bit high. I mean, I'd probably actually draw this one here. That's where the bottom of all, bottom. and that's actually, you can see what the top was. So, there was a small entry there. I mean, if you guys took it, I would say, being bearish to this one is fine. It is a level that, depending on where we open up on Sunday, it could be a target. I mean, it's in the upper third, so I'm looking to take shorts anyway. And it was an easy level of basing that you could have taken. I don't think this one was a huge runner. I mean, yeah, you're talking about 25 pips, so it's nothing earth shattering, right? Nothing earth shattering. I doubt the GOP will have him. Who? Hogan? They won't be able to stop him. They'll take any candidate that they can get right now that they can win. So yeah, they would take him because if you're a Republican and you can win in a Democratic state, that's obviously a big boom. And he's like the head of the Governors Association, so everybody already knows him and knows what they're going to get out of him. And I would say that although he's Republican, he does lean more towards the other side, so he could actually restore, and he does have some Republican tendencies, so he could restore some things back. I think he's very big on the. I think he's bigger into the state power. Like he talks a good game to kind of bash the central government, but I do believe he isn't a big believer of he likes you controlling your sandbox, like more state power, like smaller government type stuff. I would say he's definitely a middle of the road candidate. He's definitely about cutting taxes and stuff like that. So he's definitely more, like I said, they've canceled bridge tolls, and he's definitely more of the Main Street type guy. So he's definitely on a smaller scale of things. I would say he definitely leans more right than left as far as that stuff goes, about not raising taxes and not into the left is like, hey, if you make over $100,000, we're going to tax the hell out of you until you make what the poverty level is, right? He's not like that. He's very much, Maryland's a pretty wealthy state, and even so, they haven't really raised taxes and very much on the small guy type thing. I think what you're saying, but I kind of don't have much clout anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, he'd be fine. Honestly, because put it this way, he has the experience to do it, being a governor and then leading the Governors Association. He did do well with. His state numbers were good, and people like him here on both sides. So, I mean, again, Republicans will take him because if you can flip a state that typically is 95% Democrat, that's a big deal, right? And Virginia's right next door. If you could flip Maryland and Virginia, that's kind of a big deal, right? So it's kind of Republicans would be stupid not to take him. If you have a guy that can flip states, then yeah. Yeah. I actually personally don't like him. I think he talks a little bit out of both sides of his mouth. Like I said, I get it that he says, yeah, I haven't thought about running for president. Yeah, right. Stop talking about, saving Americans' lives and say saving Marylanders' lives, because that's your responsibility. Your responsibility is not to save, American lives. Your responsibility as the governor is to save Maryland lives. So when he keeps making these comments about, as a country, we need to do this, and I'm like, that's for your next job, not your current job. Focus on your current job. You're never going to get the next one. I'm tired of hearing about saving Americans. Tell me what you're going to do for me at a Maryland level. I know, with the unemployment stuff, it was a huge deal. Oh, we're paying out tons of people. Really? Because there are people that they're calling 90 times a day and they still cannot get through. So don't say you're doing a good job when that's not the reality of it. It was a fiasco. They're like, oh, we got this new system here. It's great. No, they were so behind the curve. I mean, it took people months and months, and they're like, oh, we'll backdate it. It's like, that's great, but it took people, a buddy, one of my actually assistant coaches, it took him 3 months to be able to file an unemployment claim. And he's like, listen, I had to stay home because my kids weren't working anymore. My wife's a principal, so she made more. So I stayed home. I'm filing unemployment claims. He's like, it took 3 months. He's like, I got the money, but I went 3 months without getting a paycheck because I couldn't call 96 times a day. And people were calling that much. It was crazy. There's a Facebook page for it. About how many times did you call today? I have no idea if he can get through even now, but I know it took him 3 months to get his first check. 3 months. And Larry's like, oh, our new system is able to handle it. It's like, Larry, stop talking out your butt. Yeah. Jim Justice, I don't know who that is. I had decaf. No, I didn't have decaf. I didn't today, Ernest. You shut your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. Here's your open. 9:30. best trading opportunity of the day. Unfortunately, it went into a really big zone. This would be another one of those ones. I'm sure Carl grabbed this one too, but it was too big of a zone. I wouldn't have taken this one. Decent movement. I mean, it's a nice little pop. But yeah. I mean, I guess you could have taken the reversal tag. No, it didn't even hit the reversal level. So it's a big zone. It was a huge zone, right? This is not the kind of zones I like. And you could have taken this down to here, but even so, it wouldn't have triggered. I don't even think on a lower one. No, you can see the gigantic 15, but it's not. No, it's not. Yeah. It'd be nice to say that, hey, we took this one. I didn't. Maybe Carl did. I don't know. He's about the only one that would have triggered in either direction. But now we're in the center. Like I said, we're still kind of rolling back and forth. I think 13,750 up top, 13,633 on the bottom. I think either of those are fine reversal areas. Again, remember, this one is going to be kind of funky. I think holiday weekend, I think this one will start to dry up. Maybe a low volatility kind of move at the end of the day. But I do think with being a holiday weekend, I think it'll be less of a spike than we would normally see. I just don't think we're going to get as much as we would normally. But there's our curve level, same one we've been following, and it's been riding right down the middle, so not much in that one. S&P wise, kind of the same thing. I mean, the S&P open was right here. Is it at a level? I guess you could make an argument for that one. Is it the best of levels? No, not really. I mean, it's pretty flat. Right, I think 39.20, 38.95, top and bottom. Those were the last areas where we've had major kind of powerful movement off of it. Talking about investment of infrastructure, that is actually one that is good for the S&P. So I don't know. Maybe he says something concrete today. But all I know is when we saw the budget, the deficit, it got much bigger. Right, which again is the justification. Well, we're in a pandemic, so I got to spend more money. But now you're talking about even more infrastructure spending. So we're not spending the money we have. We're getting huge pandemic things, and now you want to invest in infrastructure on top of pandemic recovery. So I have no idea where Joe thinks all this money's coming from. But I mean, he says China is going to eat our lunch, but I feel like Joe's giving it to him on a plate. It's like, here, eat it. Like I don't know. Like. Yeah, let's invest in infrastructure. Like, I don't know. Like, I got it, but like, I don't know. Is the 1.9 trillion to make businesses whole again, or are we going to start trying to regrow before everybody's back? I don't know. I'm not sure what Joe's thinking. I don't know what type of stuff Harris is putting in his coffee. I don't know. Maybe it's Nancy. I don't know. Maybe who's the other one? Elizabeth? I don't know. Maybe Warren's saying so. I don't know. I mean, Bernie's off the rails at this point. Bernie's pissed. So I mean, it's not Bernie. Bernie's not doing it. Bernie is like, Bernie's back at that stage. Like, why am I a Democrat? I don't even understand. Democrats don't care about people. So Bernie's on a warpath. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know who's saying it. But yeah, this is Joe. Joe's playing his own video game, I think. But either of these two, I think, are decent rollover points. The Dow, we had that short entry, and it made an attempt. It got really, really close. It tried its best and missed it by just that much. Yeah, it missed it by just that much. It literally mirrored this candle. So most likely you would not have got entry. And again, absolutely huge zone. We knew there was something sitting there. I don't think on a 5-minute that you would have grabbed it either. No, look at that. It's the same exact spot. This top is the same exact top there. I mean, I guess if you really wanted to trade this one on a 15-minute, you could have traded that one. But that would have been pretty crazy. That'd have been pretty risky to take that one. Again, the 15 seems to be the best. And unfortunately, if there's a wick over wick in there, it's a very, very hard zone to be able to grab. And this thing just shot. What? Yeah, you got yogurt everywhere now. I see. Yogurt everywhere. It's all over your face. We'll go wash your hands in a couple minutes, okay? Oh, Jinjin, you got yogurt everywhere. So, Dow, I would say, overall, this is unfortunately a very rough zone to be able to take any trades out of. To me, the way that this has popped up and pushed down, I would say that this one is probably going, negative today. Not ending on a high point. We can take a lot of these levels off just to kind of clear the trade up. I don't think we're going to all-time highs today. I just don't think there's anything that justifies that. Question is, and the problem is too, I mean, it's big wick, big wick, big wick, big wick. We keep having these big wicks down, so it's not really coming down and stabilizing at all. It just fast strikes, and it's more or less, I mean, Obviously, it's very flat, right? Very, very flat. Mentioning infrastructure and spending should have provided a little bit more, but yeah, 3D printers is exactly what we're. Yeah, not to worry. Oh Jesus. Yeah, and it's not even 3D printing, Ernest. Pretty soon, it's just going to be like, hey, let's just turn the dollar digital, and then all we got to do is just hit a button, and we can make more. We don't even have to print it anymore. Wow. And then it becomes like, then it's like demo trading, right? I have $1 million demo account. Biden's going to be like, oh yeah, we have a $50 trillion supply of, we have $100 trillion in money supply. Why? Because I typed in zeros and hit enter. Right? That's what we're getting to. It's going to go digital. It's going to be like, we're just going to produce tons. Right? Yeah, we don't even need 3D printers anymore. But yeah, overall, guys, I'd say being bearish in this one. Gold, I will go ahead and switch back to this. And I will switch back to this. And then we will go over here to this and go back to gold. All right, so gold. You want to what?
I want your ear.
You want my ear? What do you say? All right, there you go. You get Daddy's ear. There, you got Daddy's ear. All right. As I mentioned for Nadex, we don't have buyers coming in until 1806. It's definitely chopping back and forth right now in the 30-minute. You guys can see this one has the 1, 2, 3, 4. We mentioned it yesterday. That watched that zone. Number 4 will be the breaker, and it blew right through that zone. And again, this is one of those things that takes some time. People will see these like, oh, this is where I want to go long, right? And people don't do the good job counting. You can see obviously here was definitely the 1. I mean, it left the area base and came back, so you have to count that as 1. Obviously 2, you can make an argument here. This is obviously 3, right? This entire area. So you expected this to break. There was even a little bit of basing above. It didn't give us the pullback, unfortunately, but it doesn't mean that you can't take those. It just means that it's a little bit riskier without the pullback. But in this case, you would have been fine. I mean, we went from 1831 all the way down to really 1810, right? A $20 drop in gold today, and with really no crazy news. But 1806, I think, is an area we definitely need to watch out for. We've had buyers step in, and it was a nice launch point. 1800 right below that, though, is going to definitely be a psychological level. It's kind of in the middle, and there are some wicks over there. But as I said, 1800 is one of those things that the news is like, oh, it's back under 1800, right? Not necessarily the best of situations, right? So, I'd watch those 2 levels. I don't think it's going to be a big mover today. We'll see what G7 says as far as economic recovery. Maybe it gives us a little bit of a bounce. But at this point, I think this one just continues to grind a bit lower, and we'll see where we start the week next week at 1806, 1800, somewhere probably down in this level, unless there's something earth-shattering today. But I mean, Germany locked down, UK is still partially locked down, Australia is locking down. None of these are great things for inflation, right? And now there's a battle between Russia and many different fronts. There are things ready to go. It is. It's a baby bird, so it's I know. Gold's not at $1 million yet, guys, so I'm not worried, right? Silver. So silver is. Hey, shh! Everybody hears you. Right, silver is also just consolidating at this 27 level. I think do we have a better silver over here? Yeah. Let me switch back to here. Yes, I know you want some yummy food for your tummy. Here's your silver. I mean, I wouldn't say that this one is trending higher. It's not really trending lower. We're just kind of going sideways. And, right above it, if you guys can see it, there's an hourly level that is literally sitting right here. Right? There's your hourly level. Again, we've taken 2 hits out of it. We're approaching it. A new level is printed on the 30-minute based off the movement here. So, again, silver somewhere up in this 27 range. Again, it's looking to drop. As far as buyers stepping in, 26.80. I mean, we took a base and a nice punch off, and it's stabilized. So, I mean, we have, arguably 2 hits to it. But a very, very narrow range. No news today. Nothing on inflation. No major talks. No big thing, no big inflation, and we still have lockdown. So, if anything, I would say it's looking for sellers, or whether at 27.19 or maybe up here at 27.35. But I don't think silver is the place you want to be looking to trade today. Oh, Jin. That's why you wanted to hug Daddy. Your hands are clean, but now I have yogurt all over my sweater. Thank you. I love my daughter. So either of those 2 areas, guys, it is what it is. It's just they're interesting levels. Let's go across and look at a couple other things. GameStop is now down to wow. Let me switch back to this. GameStop is almost back to that 37 mark that it spent forever at. So I mean, I'm pretty sure the GameStop trade is dead. I added that up here. Everything else is more or less red. Dixie's up a little bit. You know, little dollar stuff. We have Apple down. We have Tesla down. And remember, we want Tesla 500, right? Hashtag Tesla 500 are the shirts that I'm selling. If you guys want them, let me know. Does that mean my dog will do the same thing? Oh, do you have some? I mean, I don't know. Did you buy it off? Did you buy it as a scratch off lottery ticket? I feel like if you bought it as a scratch off lottery ticket, you're probably okay. I don't know. Is it up here? Can I even find that on this one? I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be this, right? This. Yeah, that's in the right area, right? FXT versus the dollar. Yeah, that looks about right. I mean, I guess I could do the coin market cap. Let me see. I mean, like I said, now that we have Model 3, I figure, you know, Doggy doesn't stand a chance now that we have Tesla, right? Surprised that that's at 183 again. This is what everybody used to trade. Like all the guys that I know that were involved in mining and everything, they were all in Litecoin. Yeah. Down 7% today. Right. So was it 60, 67? Yeah. So yeah, it's about right. So yeah, it looks like we could. I don't know. Can we add that to the watch list? I feel like. Can I add that symbol? Wait. I don't know. Let's see. Versus it was this one, right? There we go. All right, we got it up there right now. So yeah, it's saying it's down 3, although CoinMarketCap is saying it's down 7. So I mean, I guess you could figure out. Oh, I guess the market cap is down that much. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, it's saying price change. Yeah, it's down 7% today. But yeah. Yeah, it's like one of those things that'd be like so hard to. I mean, it did. I guess it did take a bounce off of this level. All done, Jin. Almost done. Ooh. I don't know what I just did. I double clicked because she was moving. I hope to God that I did not hit alert because I do not want alerts about Doggy coin. But yeah, went off a level. I would say it's going to come back down though. It's going to level here. If it actually traded like on a real technical basis and was not completely manipulated, right? Funny. And this up here is crazy. Yeah, I'm waiting for everybody to outlaw it and see what this does, but we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and do the drawing for today. Looks like we got 10 people in. AC, this is one of your first days in, so welcome. I know you're on Discord now. Good that you're catching it. We got Mitch in here. We had Moreno winning yesterday. So I'll give you guys about another 45 seconds. So at 1 hour, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will go ahead and call it. And then I gotta go wash the girl's hands because she is getting dried yogurt everywhere. I feel like we need music in this one. I'll have to add music to this. I'll have to do like a countdown. No, don't pull my ear. No. Girl's giving me cauliflower ear. No.
No, no, no.
No.
No, no, no.
No.
No, no, no.
No.
No, no, no.
No. I'm winning right now, but see what happens. Oh, what? Oh, no, Ernest. Marina's right behind on the leaderboard. All right, here we go. Ready? Bam. Look at that. I stopped it dead on. Jinjin, can you say good luck? No, not good night. Good luck. Or maybe good night for some people. I don't know. Ready? All right, let's see. Winner of today's drawing is... Ooh. Marina wins. All right. So, and again, she won yesterday, so she gets her 100 pip chips. Let's see who the first loser is. Going into the weekend, the first loser is... Oh, no, not complete. Draw one more winner. Here it is. First loser is... Oh, man, that just like stabs you in the heart. It's like, oh, look at that. Wow. Mark that one as complete. No, it's 25 for one, 100 for two. I'm sorry. If you win the second one, it's 100, and then if you win a third in a row, it's 250, and then it resets. Mark is complete. So give her her 100. It goes 25, 100, 250. Let's see what else on 4 Factor. Do we get anything else? Any other crazy Henteman? Slips in February. Oh, look at that. Britney Spears' father loses his bid to retain some rights over the $60 million estate. Just let the girl go. Hashtag free Britney. Actually, into this one. This is if we reach a 7-day, we'll loosen the restrictions. If not, we're going to stay tough. Keeping it tight. Just kidding. Marina's trying her. Yeah, Marina's always in there. She's always in there to stir the pot. All right, guys, with that said, have a great weekend. Monday, I'm probably not going to do a chart school. We'll see what the markets look like, how much movement there is in Sunday night. If there's decent movement, then yeah, I will do one Monday. If not, I will take Monday off, with Melissa being home and everything. I know Todd wants to do he says abbreviated session, but I guarantee you guys it'll go over 15 minutes. Todd was on a tangent today. I don't know what Todd was doing today. Melissa I messaged her, and she's like, aren't you in a webinar right now? I was like, yeah, Todd's rambling. I'm not sure where Todd's going this morning. So yeah, but he says he wants to do a quick session on Monday. That means at least 15 minutes. So I don't think it's going to be any different than a normal one. It'll just be currency based. But yeah, so we'll see depending on what type of movement. But yeah, a lot of Sunday night gap possibilities this week. Trade them where you see them. All right. But that's it, guys. I'm out of here. You guys have a great weekend. And Valentine's Day is this weekend, right? Isn't it this weekend? I don't know. My wife and I are not really doing anything. Today's Valentine's Day. Yeah, Sunday the 14th. So make sure on Sunday you guys have all your bears, your chocolates, your flowers. My wife hates flowers. She's like one of those like. Okay, she's very like anti-cut flowers, which I'm cool with. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't have to get those things. I told her I would make her like a really nice card. So, all right, I'm out of here. You guys have a good one. Take care. Have a great weekend and happy Valentine's Day.